score. Fort Cobb Broxton 48. Apache Warriors 38. Pretty good second half. The Mustangs able to hang on. They had a 12.
It's a celebration. Came a long way from bus stops and washing dishes from rags to but I'm known to be vicious. I get under people's skin like stitches. You're too scared. That's why they live vicariously through you. Dodging what you should do is rap like nah, I'd rather not. That's why I'm in the mansion and you sleeping on the couch.
Look, I can't front. We was hyped up for some nosebleeds. Now we sitting courtside, still posted in my white tee. I'm a Golden State Warrior when I'm spitting this like KD from MD. That's Montreux, so venomous. You know it's me.
This is a celebration, y'all. Celebration now. Wherever I go in the nation, they celebrate the style.
Quickly the other way, the Mustangs come. Drops it down low to none. Basket's good. Down the three-point arc. Trying to go by none. A little 8-foot awkward shot and off the end. Oh, Scott. Kind of had his legs spread apart. Pass up ahead to none. Layup is good. Blake beat him down the floor. Long pass. Pass in the lane to Collins at the free throw line. Down low to Bray Rogers. Reverse layup good. What a beautiful play. Beautiful pass. Actually got the rebound. 34 seconds to play. Marley drives along the baseline. Shot good. He's fouled. Nine in the paint for Taylor. Along the baseline. Three-pointer by Willits. Good. Jackson Willits. 23-14. Buckner along the baseline around Willits, lays it in for two. Simeon Collins, right wing, over to Eli Willits. To Rogers, underneath the basket all alone. Ian Taylor lays it in for two. Kamardley dribbles to his right, a little 18-footer, good. Christian Kamardley with a good jump shot. Final score, Fort Cobb Broxton 48, Apache Warriors 38. Pretty good second half. The Mustangs able to hang on. They had a 12.
It's a celebration. Came a long way from bus stops and washing dishes from rags to but I'm known to be vicious. I get under people's skin like stitches. You're too scared. That's why they live vicariously through you. Dodging what you should do is rap like
posted in my white tee. I'm a Golden State Warrior when I'm spitting this like KD from MD. That's Montreux, so venomous. You know it's me.
This is a celebration, y'all. Celebration now. Wherever I go in the nation, they celebrate the style.
Quickly the other way, the Mustangs come. Drops it down low to none. Basket's good. Down the three-point arc. none. A little 8-foot awkward shot and off the end. Cobb Scott. And had his legs spread apart. Pass up ahead to none. Layup is good. Right there. Lead him down the court. Long pass. Taylor. Bounce pass in the lane to Collins at the free throw line. Down low to Ray Rogers. Reverse layup is good. What a beautiful play. Beautiful pass from 34 seconds to break. Marley drives along the baseline. Shot good. He's fouled. None in the paint for Taylor. Along the baseline. Three-pointer by Willis. Good. Jackson Willis. Long three. 23-14. Buckner along the baseline around Willis. Lays it in for two. Simeon Collins, right wing, over to Eli Willis. To Rogers. Underneath the basket all alone is Ian Taylor. He lays it in. Marley dribbles to his right, a little 18-footer, good. Christian Camarley with a good jump shot. Taker gets the rebound, and that will do it. Final score: Fort Cobb Broxton 48, Apache Warriors 38. Pretty good second half. The Mustangs able to hang on. They have a 12.
It's a celebration. Came a long way from bus stops and washing dishes from rags to but I'm known to be vicious. I get under people's skin like stitches. You're too scared. That's why they live vicariously through you. Dodging what you should do is rap like nah, I'd rather not. That's why I'm in the mansion and you sleeping on the couch.
Look, I can't front. We was hyped up for some nosebleeds. Now we sitting courtside, still posted in my white tee. I'm a Golden State Warrior when I'm spitting this like KD from MD. That's Montrose.
Celebration, y'all. Celebration now. Wherever I go in the nation, they celebrate the style.
Quickly the other way, the Mustangs come. Drops it down low to none. Basket's good. Down the three-point arc. Trying to go by none. A little 8-foot awkward shot and off the end. Cobb Scott. And had his legs spread apart. Pass up ahead to none. Layup is good. Right there. Lead him down the court. Long pass. Taylor. Bounce pass in the lane to Collins at the free throw line. Down low to Ray Rogers. Reverse layup is good. What a beautiful play. Beautiful pass from Patsy got the rebound. 34 seconds to break. Marley drives along the baseline. Shot good. He's fouled. None in the paint for Taylor. Along the baseline. Three-pointer by Willis. Good. Jackson Willis. 23-14. Buckner along the baseline around Willis, lays it in for two. Simeon Collins, right wing, over to Eli Willis. To Rogers, underneath the basket all alone is Ian Taylor, he lays it in for two. Camarley dribbles to his right, a little 18-footer, good. Christian Camarley with a good jump shot. Rebound, and that will do it. Final score: Fort Cobb Broxton 48, Apache Warriors 38. Pretty good second half. The Mustangs able to hang on. They have a 12.
It's a celebration. Came a long way from bus stops and washing dishes from rags to but I'm known to be vicious. I get
coming. Drops it down low to none. Basket's good. Down the three-point arc. Trying to go by none. A little 8-foot awkward shot and off the end. Scott. Kind of had his legs spread apart. Pass up ahead to none. Layup is good. Right there. Beat him down the floor. Long pass. Taylor. Bounce pass in the lane to Collins at the free throw line. Down low to Ray Rogers. Reverse layup is good. What a beautiful play. Beautiful pass from got the rebound. 34 seconds to break. Marley drives along the baseline. Shot good. He's fouled. None in the paint for Taylor. Along the baseline. Three-pointer by Willis. Good. Jackson Willis. Long three. 23-14. Buckner along the baseline around Willis. Lays it in for two. Simeon Collins, right wing over to Eli Willis. To Rogers underneath the basket all alone. Ian Taylor lays it in. Camardley. Dribbles to his right, a little 18-footer, good. Christian Camardley with a good jump shot. Baker gets the rebound, and that will do it. Final score, Fort Cobb Broxton 48, Apache Warriors 38. Pretty good second half. The Mustangs able to hang on. They had a 12.
It's a celebration. Came a long way from bus stops and washing dishes from rags to but I'm known to be vicious. I get under people's skin like stitches. You're too scared. That's why they live vicariously through you. Dodging what you should do is rap like nah, I'd rather not. That's why I'm in the mansion and you sleeping on the couch.
Look, I can't front. We was hyped up for some nosebleeds. Now we sitting courtside, still posted in my white tee. I'm a Golden State Warrior when I'm spitting this like KD from MD. That's Montreux, so venomous. You know it's me.
This is a celebration, y'all. Celebration now. Wherever I go in the nation, they celebrate the style.
Quick to the other way, the Mustangs come. Drops it down low to none. Basket's good. Down the three-point arc. Trying to go by none. A little 8-foot awkward shot and off the end. Scott. Kind of had his legs spread apart. Pass up ahead to none. Layup is good. Right there. Beat him down the floor. Long pass. Taylor. Bounce pass in the lane to Collins at the free throw line. Down low to Ray Rogers. Reverse layup is good. What a beautiful play. Beautiful pass from got the rebound. 34 seconds to break. Marley drives along the baseline. Shot good. He's fouled. None in the paint for Taylor. Along the baseline. Three-pointer by Willis. Good. Jackson Willis. Long three. 23-14. Buckner along the baseline around Willis. Lays it in for two. Simeon Collins, right wing over to Eli Willis. To Rogers underneath the basket all alone. Ian Taylor lays it in. Camardley. Dribbles to his right, a little 18-footer, good. Christian Camardley with a good jump shot. Baker gets the rebound, and that will do it. Final score, Fort Cobb Broxton Good evening, folks. Don Tyson, Kim Kroll coming to you once again from Ellick, Oklahoma. Regional finals tonight. Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs, number 1 team in the Class B, taking on the Big Pasture Rangers tonight for the opportunity to advance into next Friday night's area final game. Trying to take one more step to the big house. I'd like to welcome in my partner, Kim Kroll. Kim, we've had a good day today. The Lady Mustangs won a close one this afternoon by beating Chattanooga 36-33, so hopefully the good vibes will continue for the Mustangs tonight.
Yeah, they did. They had a great comeback in the fourth quarter. We're down at the end of the first, second, and third quarters, then came back in the fourth quarter and pulled it out. It was a great ball game for them. Congratulations to them. They get to move on to play next week.
Yep. You want to go ahead and tell the folks how both of these teams advanced to this regional final game?
Yeah, I can do that. With Fort Cobb Broxton, they hosted a district, drew a bye in the first round. And in the finals of district, they defeated Maysville 97-31. That got them to here at Alec to play in the regional. The first round Thursday, they defeated the host school Alec 62-33, and that got them in tonight's game against Big Pasture. For the Rangers at Big Pasture, their first round of district at Big Pasture, they defeated Temple 101-30, and in the district finals, they defeated Chattanooga 64-45. Then first round of regional here Thursday night, they defeated Springer 87-55. So they've been putting some points on the board.
Yeah, they have.
You know, with 101 and 64 and 87. So obviously they can score a few points.
Absolutely, yeah. I noticed, you got Fort Cobb on there?
Yes.
Okay.
We did it.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
but I mean, Fort Cobb scored 97 and 62, so they're certainly capable of putting up some points too. But ought to be a good showdown tonight. Look forward to it. I think Big Pasture's ranked, 14th?
I believe that's right.
In the
22-5, I think, yeah.
Yeah, so they're a quality ball club, and when you get this far in the playoffs, you're going to run into some good ball clubs.
They've had, doing a little research, I noticed that they had played 2 common opponents, maybe more than that, but 2 that kind of stood out in my mind is both of these teams played Carnegie and Surreal. Carnegie defeated Big Pasture 55-51. Fort Cobb beat Carnegie 59-45. The other common opponent was Surreal. Big Pasture lost 62-39, and Fort Cobb defeated Surreal 64-46. I know
there's a couple of more too.
Yeah.
They both played Chattanooga. Fort Cobb beat them 81-44. Big Pasture beat them 72-47, and they also played Walters. Fort Cobb defeated them 88-39, and Big Pasture beat them 57-37.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's. So according to that, it's going to be a good ball game.
Ought to be. That's right. We hope so.
Yeah.
They have some recent history of being pretty successful. They've been to state tournament 4 times, as recently as 2019. So I'm sure that there may be some freshmen on this team that played in the state tournament in 2019. They won the first game, got beat in the second game, I think, in that year. But the Mustangs have got a lot of playoff experience, obviously. They've been to the state tournament 10 years in a row.
Yeah, that's quite a record. I mean, it's just, we were talking about that earlier. Teams just want to get there once, you know, and to do it that much. And the thing about that is that sometimes we get spoiled a little bit. We just kind of assume that's going to happen. And it's not an easy trip or an easy road to get there. Every one is a great accomplishment, but to do it that many in a row is just outstanding.
Yeah, it's remarkable what Coach Hines has built here in Fort Cobb. We were counting up since 2000. That'd be 22 seasons, not counting this one. They've been to the state tournament 17 times. But we got work to do. We got to win tonight, and we got to win next week. So
I was looking at the schedule. They didn't get a bye into the state tournament.
No, we still got to keep playing. There's no doubt about it.
We'll look a little more about Coach Hines' record at halftime.
Yeah. There's lots to talk about right there. We're going to. We're about set for the introduction of the players, and Fort Cobb is the visiting team on the scoreboard. And so we'll introduce the Mustangs first. They start a senior, number 2, Jackson Willis. And junior, number 3, Craig Rogers. Senior, number 4, Simeon Collins, who really had the odd hand Thursday night over here from three-point range. Senior, number 22, Blake Nunn. And the senior, number 33, Ian Taylor. The Mustangs are coached by Mr. Scott Hines, assisted by his son Cameron and Dale Bellamy. They are ranked number 1, and they have a record of 24 wins and 1 loss, and that was to Class 4A, number 4, Newcastle. For the Big Pasture Rangers, they got a big fella, number 2, sophomore Hayden Tinsley. A senior, number 3, Grayson Sokolis. A senior, number 4, Dane Rivers. A senior, number 10, Aiden McCullough. And a sophomore, number 24, Lane Tinsley. The Big Pasture Rangers are located in Randolette, Oklahoma, which is south of Lawton, right on the Red River. They have a record of 22 wins and 5 losses, and they are ranked number 14 in Class B. They are coached by Mr. Hunter Quickle, assisted by Dalton Grove. So we're about set to go. It looks like Big Pasture's got some tall boys, Kim.
They've got a little size out there, so we'll see how that plays into it. I noticed at least the tallest one's not jumping center for them.
There you go. Mustangs in the road blues going right to left, and we're set to go. Ball is tapped in control by the Rangers. Grayson Sokolis into the front court. And the Mustangs are going to come out in a man-to-man defense. Sokolis, number 3. Taylor on him. They swing it left side. Number 10 dribbles in the paint. Hands it off to Dane Rivers. Three-pointer won't go. Sokolis takes down the rebound. He'll try a three-pointer. And there's going to be a foul on number 4, Dane Rivers. I think he went over the top of Simeon Collins trying to get the rebound. And it appears they're not bashful about shooting, Kim.
Well, they weren't on that trip. They let 2 3-pointers fly in a hurry.
I like it. I don't like that slow down ball too much. You know.
I agree.
1-2-2 zone. Collins left wing 3, too hard. Nunn with a good rebound, but he knocked it away. Rogers picks it up. Back to Nunn in the corner. Now Rogers in the lane. No look pass over to Willits. In the paint, ball batted around. Rogers had it briefly. Now Collins has it. In the corner to Willits. Baseline 3 on the way. No good. Taylor swoops in there for the rebound. Bounce pass back to Taylor. Layup too strong. And a rebound. Big Pasture. Boy, lost a couple of point blankers there we missed. Played a minute, no score.
The offense works hard to get those shots, and you miss them. That's what.
They're a little amped up right now, I think. Basket's good by Dane Rivers. And the Rangers on top 2-0. Crowd really into it on both sides so far. It's going to be a dandy, I think. Mustangs. Three-pointer on the way by Rogers, no good. Ball picked up by the Rangers. Quickly ahead they come. That's McCullough. 15-foot jumper is good. Aiden McCullough puts the Rangers on top 4-0. Pressure in the backcourt. Lob pass to Collins. Hands it back off to Rogers. Penetrates through the defense over to Taylor. Now there's Collins in the corner to Nunn. Double team. Batted out of bounds. Big Pasture's really alert on defense. Really quick movements there.
Yeah, they certainly seem more aggressive right now.
They eat up a lot of space with their size. Arm wing spread. Rogers. And he's going to be bumped and fouled, taken to the floor. He'll be at the line shooting too. I think that's a good sign for the Mustangs if we can get Rogers involved in the offensive attack right off the bat. Hopefully he can get these free throws in.
Yeah, Hayden Tinsley picked up the first foul.
Cray's first free throw is too hard. He'll have one more. Missed them both. Nunn goes over the back. And that'll be a foul on Blake. Not the greatest of starts here for the Mustangs, Kim.
No, they missed an easy one and an open outside shot and missed 2 free throws. So it's all downhill from here, I guess.
Big Pasture with the basketball. Right side, Skokolis holding. Dumps it down low. It's taken away by Collins. Good defense by Nunn as he poked it away. Quickly the Mustangs come the other direction. The zones have given Fort Cobb a little trouble this season. If you're going to play them, that's probably the way to do it. Play a zone and hope they miss outside shots. Collins, left wing 3. No good. Off the heel of the basket. Good play by Rogers to save it to Willits. And he's on the baseline. Turned over to the Rangers.
Well, we've got 3 minutes gone almost and still scoreless, so they just had bad starting time. I think they'll get going here in a little bit.
I think so. They're just a little got a little adrenaline flowing right now. I think the shots are a little long. There's a drive, shot no good. Battle for the rebound. Taylor comes away with it, up ahead to Willits. Lays it in for 2. Good play by Jackson. The ball was deflected a little bit by the Rangers, but Jackson was able to retrieve it and lay it in. Put the Mustangs on the board. Skokolis, long 3-pointer straight away off the heel of the basket, and there's another foul on number 2. He went over the back. That's a couple of times he's done that, and he's going to take a seat and be replaced by Noah White. The Mustangs do a good job rebounding. They box out well, and
yeah, they're not that big, but they do things
fundamentals.
To make up for that lack of size.
Yeah, you can't try to rebound over their back. That's see if the Mustang can do anything against this zone. Tried to get it down to Nunn. Ball intercepted. Pass across the court. There's a cutter down the left side of the lane, and Collins fouled him. That was Noah White, who just checked in. Has some quickness to him and was able to get through the lane and cause a foul on Simeon Collins. And Noah White will be shooting 2 for the Rangers. Eli Willits checks in for the first time, replacing Ian Taylor. Eli, the freshman brother of Jackson. And Noah White will have one more. It's also too hard. Rogers with the rebound. In the corner to Nunn. Quickly over to Willits. There's Jackson along the baseline to Collins. Right wing 3 on the way. No good again. Rogers with a good rebound, though. Saves the possession. So far, the Mustangs have been stone cold from perimeter. Now Collins quickly in the corner to Nunn to Willits along baseline. Around to Rogers. 3-pointer. No good again. Off the heel. Tapped out to Jackson. There's Rogers cutting to the hoop. Shot blocked. Willits with the rebound. Put back good. Good alert play from Jackson. Rebounded to miss and laid it in to tie the game at 4.
Well, they got 3 opportunities that time.
If you can keep that up, you probably have a pretty good chance. You can continue to get, of course, the thing about offensive rebounds means you miss some, so not all great. 3-pointer way off by number 24, Luke Lane Tinsley. Quickly Nunn the other way, dribbles in the lane, bumped and foul. That's going to be a blocking call. Neither official was really quick on making that call, but I think that's the correct one.
He did draw the contact, but his feet weren't set. He was sliding into position, so looked like he got hit square, which he did, but he wasn't set.
Yep. That's the second foul on Dane Rivers, and the 4th team foul. Tied at 4, 3:03 to play in the first period. They play a pretty good zone defense. I tell you what, they move well. Try to find some openings is difficult. Eli with it. What you want to hope to do is shoot him out of his zone. That's kind of always the goal. Jim Boeheim's made a lot of money playing his own, you know it.
Well, I
won a lot
he
of
plays
games.
it all the time. And everybody knows what he's going to do.
Jackson with a little floater on the baseline. And he's got all 6 of the Mustang points, and they're lead for the first time, 6-4.
Yeah, when you go play Syracuse, you know you're going to face that zone, and yet when you get there, it's like you still don't know how to handle it.
Yeah, they've been trying to, 30 years they've been trying to defeat it. Long three-pointer by Sokolis is no good, and we can keep them shooting shots like that. We'll be in business, I think, unless they get hot. Right side to Collins, down in the corner to Nunn. There's Collins, right wing three on the way, no good again. Battle for the rebound. Good play by Eli. Looked like it was going to go out of bounds. It didn't, and he jumped in there and slapped it off of Aiden McCullough's leg. So very alert play by Eli. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Hines to talk things over with 1:50 to play here in the opening period. What's your thoughts so far, Kim?
Well, Fort Cobb's pretty cold at the moment. They've, let's see what they are. They're 3 out of 11. So, you know, not shooting the ball very well, but they've got a couple of possessions where they've got 2 and 3 shots at it. Their defense is pretty good. So they just need to warm up on the shooting percentage and get some of those shots to go in, but they'll be all right.
Collins, we thought one of them was a 3 the other day. I think they counted it as 2, but he hit 5 trays the other night, 1 long 2.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's going to get it dialed in here eventually.
Yeah, he's 0 for 4 so far tonight.
Yeah. But you make a couple of those, and the game could change really
yeah.
quick on the way they guard you. And if you can get some openings, if they can get you coming out on the outside, we can get some openings down in the paint, I think. But you got to make the shots at some point. Inbound out to Willits. Coach Hines drew up a little play here. There's Rogers, picks up a blocking foul on, and Eli sank the 3, but it didn't count, of course, so he saw it go in. That'll help. That'll be the 5th team foul on the Rangers. First on Noah White. Have they gone to a man-to-man? Looks like they have. They've changed to a man. There's Nunn. Right of the lane, layup good. Blake Nunn. 8-4 now. Mustangs on top.
Pretty good at finding little gaps in that defense down low.
I think we function better against a man-to-man normally.
Well, they're more familiar with that because they play it all the
That's
time.
right.
They know how to play against it.
There's a wild shot off the backboard by number 24, and it's poked out of bounds. We couldn't get handle on it, and it'll stay with the Rangers. Tough luck that time. With 1:11 to play, opening period. Noah White will inbound. Once we get all set up here. They lob it way out front to Dalton Taylor. Now over to Grayson Sokolis. He's taken a couple of really deep threes. He's dribbling out now the center circle. Right side they go to Tinsley. Noah White trying to drive on Jackson, can't go. Ball poked away. Collins with 45 seconds to play in the first. Mustangs defense has been pretty good so far.
Yeah, it has. It's been pretty solid. They haven't got any of the easy ones inside. So.
Which that's normally what they do. They've won a bunch of games. It always starts with defense. Defense travels is what Kim Kroll told me one time. Ball's batted behind out of bounds by Collins.
Yeah, it's usually pretty good wherever you're playing.
33 seconds to play now.
You don't know if they're just kind of deliberate holding for the last one or if they just can't get a good shot.
They started off shooting from everywhere, and now they've kind of slowed down. Sokolis turned the corner. Layup's no good. Willits with the rebound. Quickly in the corner to Rogers. Baseline three on the way. No good. Off the heel. Eli had it briefly. Had it poked away. Long pass up ahead to Noah White. And it's knocked out of bounds with 2.5 seconds to play.
Yeah, Eli probably got lucky. He tipped that out of bounds and ran over the player after his out of bounds. They let that one go.
Big Pasture will inbound it. Way out front. And time will expire. After one period of play. Fort Cobb Broxton 8. Big Pasture 4. We'll be back after this 1 minute timeout.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon. Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial wealth.
All right, Kim, what's the first quarter shooting numbers?
Well, they're really not good for either side. Big Pasture's 2 out of 9, 2 out of 4 on 2-pointers, 0 for 5 3-pointers, 0 for 2 free throws, which kind of looks like Fort Cobb. They're 0 for 2 free throws, 0 for 8 on 3-pointers, and 4 out of 5 on 2-pointers, so they're shooting 31%. 4 out of 13 versus 2 out of 9, so a little room for improvement on both teams.
Yeah, well, first quarter wasn't a thing of beauty, that's for sure. And it'll be Fort Cobb's ball. Start the second period. Like to thank our sponsors, Ouachita Valley Bank, T-Birds Convenience Store, Carnegie Fiber, and Southwest Oklahoma Driving School. Thanks for all your sponsorships this year. Appreciate everyone joining us. Hope you enjoy broadcast today. Playing for an opportunity to be in the area final next Friday night.
Yeah, it's a big game tonight. You win this one, you just have to win 1 out of 2 to get to the state tournament.
There you go.
You lose it, you got to win 3 in a row.
Eli's three-pointer won't go. Cray with a great rebound. Shot it as he was falling down. Nunn with a putback. Old Blake's always in the right spot at the right time, and it's a 10-4 lead. The Mustangs on a 10-0 run. There's a walk on number 10, Aiden McCullough. Tried to get around the corner a little bit too quickly, and it's turned over to the Mustangs.
Yeah, you lose this game tonight, it just makes a long run when you have to win 3 in a row next week. It doesn't matter good team or not. That's a tough stretch.
Yep. Eli bounces it. He and Nunn playing catch with it. Gets around a defender. 16-footer right of the lane. Good. Eli Willits with his first basket. And the Mustangs lead at 12-4. Rangers started the game off leading 4-0, and the Mustangs have scored 12 in a row now. Sokolis floating right side of the lane, kicks it in the corner. 3-pointer by Tinsley. No good. Sokolis able to get it back, but Nunn got the rebound. Sokolis can't buy one. Long pass is going to be intercepted. That was ill-advised. Noah White now with it. Crossover, Nunn poked it away, but they're going to call a foul this time. That'll be the third team foul on the Mustangs. And the Rangers will inbound as Aiden Lewis takes his warm-up off, set to check in at the next stoppage. Probably in for Nunn. Mustangs doing a good job defensively. They're having a hard time getting any kind of openings so far. Sokolis tries to drive, fires one out. The late footer, good. Lane Tinsley. Little pressure in the backcourt now by the Rangers. The way they handle the ball, you would think we might be able to get some baskets in transition against this press. Nunn's three-pointer's good. Blake Nunn from in the corner. That's 7 for Blake. They connect for the first time from long range, and it's 15-6 now. There's a drive by Tinsley, hard off the glass. Nunn with a rebound, but has lost it. Sokolis now, a three-pointer, no good. Airball that one, and it's out of bounds. Aiden Lewis now will check in. And let's see, he's going to replace who?
Nunn, okay. With his two fouls.
All right.
See, they were good. They were late getting to the table to come in a while ago. It gave Blake time to make that three-pointer from the corner before he had to come out.
Yeah, he knew he was going to take it out. He better get him a shot off. Collins from the same spot. Good. Simeon Collins from long range. And just like that, it's 18-6 as they've kind of dialed in that three-point shooting. As Nunn hit one, and then Collins on the very next possession. And they've stretched the lead out to 12.
Full timeout.
Well, what do you want to talk about in this 1 minute, Kim?
Well, I think when you were on, Big Pasture got out to a 4-0 lead, a couple of quick baskets, and Fort Cobb missed everything. You know, they couldn't. They were 0 for 8 from three-pointers in the first half, and missed a couple of free throws. And you know they can shoot better than that.
Yep.
I would assume Big Pasture probably can too, but they kind of found the range a little bit here in the second quarter, and. After Collins missed several the first quarter, he's made one, a big bucket by Blake Nunn, and they've got a few rebounds, and they're playing good defense.
Yep.
So it looks a little more upbeat right now.
Absolutely.
Went on that 12-0 run, and then Big Pasture got 2 points, and then 6 more.
We outscored them 10-2 here in the quarter so far.
Yeah.
Those three-pointers add up in a hurry. You make them in a row. Here come Big Pasture now. Dribbling out front's McCullough, kicks it in the corner. Noah White's three-pointer sticks right between the rim and the backboard.
They'll keep possession of it, though. The light plate favors Big Pasture. You know, I don't like that, but there's not a better way to do it.
No. Yeah, no.
You know, I mean, on jump balls, too. It's like it's kind of luck of the draw.
Yeah, when we're set there ready to get the rebound, and then they get it back.
Yeah, and even on jump balls, you play good, hard defense for a minute, and you get a jump ball, and then they get the ball right back if the air favors them. So I know it's 50-50, but it always seems like it comes up at a bad time.
But I don't, like you say, I don't know how you could do it any better other than take
I don't like jump balls either.
It takes forever. They get it inbound. McCullough now with it out front. Rogers on him. Now Dane Rivers. Tell you, Lewis has done a good job since he's come in. And Hayden Tinsley makes his first basket. It's 18-8. Rangers did a pretty good job of working the ball down under the basket that trip. And they've gone back to his own. I didn't anticipate him staying in that man-to-man too long. And there's a travel on Jackson Willits. We saw that a whole lot yesterday in all the games.
Yeah, not so much today.
Rangers with a basketball. Up front's McCullough. Over to Noah White, down low. Shot good by Hayden Tinsley. They kind of found something here. As Nunn's going to come back in. That's a couple of baskets in a row. With Nunn over here on the sideline. Rogers out to Collins. In the corner to Jackson. He likes to try to drive baseline. They don't allow that, so he goes back out front. Cross court to Jackson. Back to Collins all alone. Right wing three on the way. Too hard. And the ball is rebounded by Hayden Tinsley.
He didn't catch it clean. It kind of got in on off his hands, and he didn't recover in time to get a good grip when he shot it.
Long three-pointer. Good. Hayden McCullough from way out there. And now they've scored 5 straight. Actually 7 straight. Yeah, you're right. 18-13. There's Rogers. Catches along the sideline. Quickly over to Eli. Left wing three on the way. Off the heel of the basket. Rogers there for the long rebound to Collins.
Those 3-point rebounds are always tough because they usually bounce way off and you get inside position and watch it go right over your head.
That's true. They've got us spread out a long ways from the basket at the moment. There's Rogers. He's going to try it. Three-pointer, good. Trey Rogers to his first basket.
He's been too close. He needed to back up a step like he did there and get the range on it.
Well, he shot one while ago after the stoppage, and it went in, so I think he's feeling some confidence. There's a shot. Oh, it was a shot no good by Rivers, but he was fouled by Collins.
Collins' second foul.
And at the
No,
line.
third foul shows.
Yeah. Got to be careful from now on. We need that three-point shooter out there. Dane Rivers shooting 2 for the Rangers. Well, they changed it to 2, Kim.
I just had him for 2. I was looking for the other one.
Yeah. Lewis is going to be replaced by Nunn. And Rivers will have one more. One out of 2 is 21-14. 2:15 to play in the half. Kind of a 3-2 zone. Quickly around to Rogers, now to Eli. A little 12-foot pull-up jumper along the baseline, rattled out. And there's going to be a kind of an inadvertent foul there. Actually, that's kind of tough luck there.
Yeah.
It's going to be the
his first.
Yeah, 16 foul, so non-shooting.
5.
Or 5th, yeah, I'm sorry. Well, the Rangers with a chance to get a little closer. Sokolis, three-pointer straight away and missed that one out of bounds. And it'll be turned over to the Mustangs. Rogers quickly the other way. Now they're going to put a little pressure on us out front. Over to Willits, left wing three all alone, no good. Tapped over to Rogers, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Trey Rogers. He thought he got fouled on the shot, and then he landed on one of the Rangers, and that will be the 16th foul, and the first on Cray. These Rangers are pretty tough. Hard to score on them. They're tall. If you're not making outside shots, it's pretty tough sledding. Outside McCullough. Sokolis around the perimeter to the Rivers. Minute to play in the half. Long three-pointer straight away, good. Nothing but net. Aiden McCullough's made two of those, and it's 21-17.
I mean, that's 8 feet outside the circle.
You wouldn't think you'd need to guard him out there.
No.
40 seconds to play in a half. Mustangs' 12-point lead is down to 4. There's Eli, left wing three, no good. And there's going to be should have been a foul on Collins. They didn't call it. Rogers got his hand on it, but couldn't save it with 21.1. Ian Taylor's going to check back in for the Mustangs. Going to replace Nunn. Don't want him picking up the third foul right here in the last possession of the half. They lob it into the backcourt. I'm guessing they'll play for one shot. Coach has got a finger in the air, so if I'm a very good sign reader, that's what that means. In the corner they go to Aiden McCullough. His shot's no good. Collins with a rebound. 3 seconds. Rogers into the front court. Half-court heave at the buzzer is no good. Your halftime score. Fort Cobb Broxton 21. The Big Pasture Rangers 17. And what looked like the Mustangs were making some headway there, Kim, with a 14-point lead, but they're going to go to the locker room with only leading by 4.
Yeah, after they got to 18, they took a break. only had 3 points after that, while the others had about a dozen. So,
you want to give us the halftime report right quick?
All right, for Big Pasture, Hayden Tinsley with 4 points. Dane Rivers has 3. Aiden McCullough with 8. And Lane Tinsley with 2. They're shooting 33% from the field, 7 out of 21. 5 out of 9 2-pointers, 2 out of 12 3-pointers, and both of those have been bombs.
Yeah, big time.
And 1 out of 4 free throws. They have 5 personal fouls, Tinsley with 2. For Fort Cobb Broxton, Jackson Willits with 6, Trey Rogers with 3, Simeon Collins with 3, Eli Willits with 2, and Blake Nunn with 7. Fort Cobb shooting 36%, 9 out of 25. 2-pointers are 6 out of 9. 3-pointers just 3 of 16. And free throws are 0 for 2, and they have 6 fouls. Collins and Nunn each have 2. So Don, neither team's shooting very well. 33% Big Pasture, 36 for Fort Cobb Broxton. And Fort Cobb hadn't been able to find the range on their threes at all. Like we said, 3 out of 16.
Yep.
So they've had some decent looks. They're just not going down yet. But the defense has been steady. They made those 2 3-point bombs. Like I said, they're probably 7 or 8 feet outside the arc. And, you're really not guarding them out there too much. That kind of looked like a last-second shot, But anyway, they went in, and they count 3 each. So
yeah, that's true.
That kind of got them back in the ball game. But that was a 13-13 quarter right after Fort Cobb got on that good run. Had a 12-point lead. So closed it up the gap a little bit, 21-17.
All right, thank you very much, Kim. Yeah, it's we're going to have to be on our toes here the rest of the way, it appears. Big Pasture, they've got some firepower from way out there.
Yeah, they do. We said earlier we'd probably talk about Coach Hines' record a little bit at halftime. We thought I might do that.
All right.
We talked at the last game of the county tournament. He picked up his 700th win. Well, right now I think he's got 704, and I don't know how these other coaches have, won this year, but he was 10th on the list at the beginning of the year. So, when you're top 10 on the list of all the, the boys coaches in the state of Oklahoma, that's a pretty good list to be on. And, of course, a couple of them in front of him are still active, so they're adding to their list too. But he's moving off in some pretty elite company.
It's remarkable. We were talking to him in the lobby the other evening, Thursday night, him and his mother, and she was telling us how his first season at Deal City, he lost every game, 0-24.
That's a tough start.
And then the next year, he was like 4-1, and his best player tore his knee up. Didn't finish, so.
When your best player gets hurt, you don't know how to coach as well. Because all those losses become your fault then instead of somebody else's. But that's a great record that he's got. But one that's even more impressive, he is one of 6 coaches in boys championship history to have 7 or more state championships.
Let's say that again.
There's just 6 coaches that have 7 or more state championships.
Is that right?
Beryl Franklin was at Millwood for 108 years, has 13. Nate Harris at Booker T. Washington had 10. And then Tommy Griffin, Blake and
their dad,
Taylor's dad, coached at Oklahoma Christian School, and John Marshall and Classen. Anyway, he has 8 championships. But then Scott and Johnny Johnston from Star Spencer and Henry Rowland from Sasakwa at latest have 7. So like I said, just 6.
Wow.
There's 13, a 10, 8, and 3 of them have 7. So, that's pretty thin air that they're breathing out there.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, they had quite a run there. They won 4 in a row, 15, 16, 17, and 18, and then they got beat in the finals in 19. So.
Yeah, when you're in the state championship 5 years in a row and you win 4 of them, it's quite an accomplishment. Like we talked before, it's been a tremendous run they've been on, and they got a chance to add to it again this year. Like I said, being ranked number 1 and going in the playoffs and playing pretty well. So we'll see how far they can go. But win, lose, or draw, it's still been a great run.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's got their work cut out for them tonight. Obviously, this Ranger team is a good ball club, and we're going to have to make some outside shots, I think.
3 out of 16 on threes is. That's 13 misses that you're giving it back to them, and that's too many opportunities for them to have that. So the only thing that's kind of kept a lead is that Big Pasture's just 2 out of 12.
Right.
So
yeah, they haven't
shot the ball well either.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the one thing we know, the second half, the defense will still be there, and maybe they'll get the offense to clicking a little bit.
Let's hope so. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today and this afternoon. Just joining us, the Lady Mustangs advanced to the area tournament this afternoon by defeating Chattanooga 36-33.
And Don, all those games will be in Cache next week. Fort Cobb girls will play at 1:30 Thursday afternoon at Cache. The winner of this game will play Friday night at 7:30 at Cache, and the loser will play at 7:30 Thursday night.
We had a score earlier in the girls' game that would match up with Fort Cobb girls, but somehow it's been taken off of Squirtle. But Hammond was playing Sentinel, and Fort Cobb girls would play the loser of that game Thursday afternoon. And Hammond had a big lead in the second period, but I don't see a score anymore. So I hate to speculate on how that would come out, but
okay, well, we'll keep looking for it. Maybe it'll come back on.
But it would either be Hammond or Sentinel Thursday afternoon for the Lady Mustangs.
Okay, there's the final.
Okay.
Hammond 73, Sentinel 28.
Okay, so there you go. Fort Cobb will play Sentinel Thursday afternoon. And Fort Cobb boys, if we might look to see, they're gonna match up. Well, I guess it's too early to speculate on whether this game's still far from over. So
yeah,
but nevertheless, they'll be playing at Cache next week. We know that. And before we go off the air tonight, we will let you know the times for sure, and hope you can join us next week if you're unable to make the trip to Cache. I know we have a lot of folks from that doesn't live in this area, live out of state. All Fort Cobb fans from all over has moved away, and they are able to listen on the web, and we appreciate them tuning in, and we're glad you join us each game.
Springer beat Ellick 43-32 in the afternoon game here.
All right. What about the girls' score, the Lokiba Sickles? Did you jot it down? Lokiba Sickles girls, they defeated.
No, we'll get it here in a little bit.
Turner today. I don't have the score, but that puts Lokiba Sickles girls in the area final next week.
Yeah, and in the other side of the regional here, Granite beat Eric 58-43.
It's an exciting time of year, in the playoff basketball. You can't. People go home and look on Squirtle and look on the OSAA website to find out area teams, how they fared in the tournaments, and it's always a fun trip on the road to the big house. That's what it's kind of sad in a way, Kim. They're going to tear the big house down, I think, starting next year.
Yeah, I think this is what, 51 years
I believe
it's been there, and that's a lot of state basketball games.
A lot of great memories in that old bar, and I'll tell you for sure.
Yeah. Well, when they built that thing, that was the neatest building, inside, and now they talk about what poor shape it's in, but it's still a special place to play basketball.
Yeah. Well, it's so unique in that you can sit down there, but the participating team can sit down there by the floor, but I think the main thing about it is just nostalgia of all the teams and people that have played in there, and you grow up watching your teams play and dreaming of it, and then you finally get to do it, and then it's going to be torn down, but that's progress, I guess. But anyway.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
Sickles won 59-50. 51, okay, 59-51. All right, we're about set to go here in the second half. It'll be Fort Cobb's basketball. They lead at 21-17. And it'll be the original starting 5 for the Mustangs. Simeon Collins, Cray Rogers, Jackson Willits, Blake Nunn, and Ian Taylor. And in the big pasture, Grayson Sokolis, Dane Rivers, Aiden McCullough, Hayden Tinsley, and Lane Tinsley. So their original starting lineup is in as well, and now we're underway. They're still in that 3-2 zone. See how they choose to attack it. Straightaway 3 from Rogers. That's a great start. A great way to attack it.
Been waiting for that.
Yep. That's 2 trays tonight for Cray. Been kind of in a shooting slump of late. Maybe he's snapping out of that. Good play design there. They got it down on the baseline. Coach Hines drew that play up. Taylor lobbed it out there to Rogers for the open 3. There's one on the other end by Tinsley. It's no good. Cray in there for the rebound. Quickly up ahead, long pass up ahead to Jackson, and he can't handle the pass. He was behind the defense and just couldn't quite snag it, and it's turned over to the Big Pasture Rangers with 7:15 to play, third period. Fort Cobb still in that man-to-man defense. We've not seen the 1-3-1 trap that they like to run. Of course,
good steal there by Collins.
Yeah, great play by Collins. Rogers, full speed ahead, leaves it to Willits. Right wing, in the corner to Rogers. All kinds of time. 3-pointer's no good this time. And they're going to say Taylor pushed off to get the rebound. He's not quite sure. It looked to me like he was just behind the guy. And anyway, they called the foul. That's the first on Ian. Baseline jumper by Tinsley's no good. Rogers with the rebound, quickly the other way.
3-on-1.
Bounce pass in the corner to Willits. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Rogers, and he's pulled to the floor by Hayden Tinsley.
Tinsley's third.
And it'll be Fort Cobb's ball on the baseline. And Tinsley's going to be replaced by Noah White. Rogers will inbound it to Willits. Back to Rogers in the corner. Dribbles out of trouble. And number 12, Noah White, follows him out there. Now he backs back into this 3-2 zone. Quickly over to Willits in the corner to Collins. Baseline 3 on the way, no good. Nunn with a backside rebound. Out to Rogers. His 3-pointer is no good. And we're going to have another foul. What in the world?
That Nunn's for 3.
They don't want us to get long rebounds, I guess. Said we pushed them in the back. I don't know. 6 minutes to play in the third. That's really, that's concerning to me with Nunn with 3 fouls. He's an integral part of this team, rebounding-wise.
Oh, he missed that.
Yeah, he's going to change
Jackson kicked it out.
And the official is going to come over and overrule him, probably. And he does. And now Aiden Lewis is going to check in for Nunn. Coach Hines is incredulous over the change of call. But I think they got it right. Mr. Crowell said Jackson kicked it.
It used to be a jump ball when 2 referees disagreed on it. But now it's an overrule.
5:39 to play in the third. 7-point lead for the Mustangs. And we're going to have a moving screen on number 4, Dane Rivers, who bumped into Cray Rogers. And Eli's going to check in, replacing Lewis. That's the 3rd foul on Rivers. So they got a couple of players with 3 fouls. Rivers and Tinsley. Rogers racing down the floor, and Noah White bumped him all the way, and that's foul on White. And it'll be Fort Cobb's ball. Everybody wants to be a referee now, Kim. Do you
Well,
know?
when two guys run down the floor and they bump into each other, it depends on what side of the gym you're sitting on.
Yeah, he ran through Eli Willits. Eli had a solid screen set up, and Noah White just ran over him.
That's his third foul.
They don't let you do that in basketball.
Second and 5 seconds.
That's 3 players with 3 fouls now for the Rangers. Taylor lobs it over to Willits, and he had to track it down. Good hustle by Jackson. Over to Collins.
Simeon catches that ball ready to shoot.
He does.
You know, and that
Yep.
lets him get a shot off quick.
There it is. Left wing 3. Good. Boy, that's a soft touch. Simeon Collins, he's got a pretty left-handed stroke. That's 2 trays for Simeon and a 10-point lead for the Mustangs. That ball just floats in there, it looks like, when he shoots it. Jackson takes it away. Good quick hands by the shortstop, Jackson Willits. Rogers now into the front court. Little bunny hop move to Eli. Right wing, no good. Didn't draw iron, and Dane Rivers snags it out of the air. Now Tinsley in the lane. Little floating shot, no good. Collins had the rebound. He's fouled by Grayson Sokolis. That'll be 5 team fouls on the Rangers.
Yeah, they're piling up pretty quick. That's 2 on Stossilis.
Hayden Tinsley checks back in for Lane Tinsley. Probably brothers, I'm guessing. Hayden has 3 fouls. 4.5 to play in the third period. Eli dribbling to his right over to Trey Rogers. Now Jackson along the baseline. Pull up 17-footer, no good. Rebound, Tinsley. Quickly the other way, Noah White. Over to Sokolis, dribbles in the lane. Bounce passes it through the lane. Turnaround shot's good by Hayden Tinsley. That's a good feed from Sokolis. And it's 27-19. Big Pasture fans getting into it. Ian Taylor, left wing 3, all alone. He drains it. Ian Taylor with his first basket of the night, and it's 30-19.
Left him wide open. He took advantage of it.
They've improved their three-point shooting here so far in the third period a little bit. We'll get that for you at the break. There's Noah White dribbling out front, or McCullough, I should say. He's made a couple of long bombs from way out there. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Hunter Quickle.
30 seconds. So
that'll give us some time for you to give us our shooting percentages so far in the quarter.
Okay, Big Pasture is still at 32%, 8 out of 25. Fort Cobb's raised theirs to 35%, 12 out of 34, but they're 6 out of 24 three-pointers where they were 3 out of 16, so they're 3 out of 8 this quarter on three-pointers.
That's a whole lot better, isn't it? We can live with 3 out of 8, can we?
Yeah, and the amazing thing is they're still 0 for 2 from the free throw line, so as many fouls as Big Pasture's pitting up, they just haven't resulted in any free throws.
Well, I think that's going to change here pretty quick because they have 5 already, so just a couple of more. And it seems like we're being a little more assertive on dribbling the ball to the basket. So
right, I think so.
Maybe we'll pick up some more. I guess the important thing is we kind of build on this lead with Nunn over there on the bench with those 3 fouls. That I think when he went out, we had like a 5 or 6, 7-point lead, I think. We built that up to 11 now. So 3:26 to play in the third. Big Pasture now, dribbling around the perimeter. And they get it down low, and it's bad pass and out of bounds. Turned over to Fort Cobb. Hard to get too many good passes in the lane against this man-to-man defense of Fort Cobb. They really help out, help the helper, they say, and hard to get anybody really open. Now they kind of spread the floor. It looked like you'd get able to get on the baseline and get some openings here. Jackson's pass is intercepted. Quickly the other way. Rogers takes it away. Jackson's off and underneath there. Couldn't find him, though.
He was defended well. He was wanting to throw it long, but he couldn't.
Collins, right wing three, good again. Simeon Collins. That's 3 trays for Simeon. 33-19. He has got a sweet stroke. There's a right three-pointer on the other way for the answer. Grayson Sokolis for his first tray. Most of the ones he'd shot missed badly, but that one found the bottom of the net.
They have to back up from the line to make them. I mean, they've made 3 of them from way out there.
There's an alley-oop into Eli Willits from his brother Jackson. And Eli lays it in for 2. Near steal. They're going to say no good. It was foul was on the floor as Rogers intercepted the.
He kind of got him on the way down, and then he jumped up and shot it. I think that's probably the right call.
Great turnaround there.
Like what I think matters, huh?
Good alert play from Cray. To get the ball back, almost scored with it. There's Collins, three-pointer, no good this time. And that's near foul on Eli, and got by with it. And it's out of bounds off Rogers. With 1:59 to play in the third. Quickly, here come the other way.
Cobb will be shooting free throws on fouls now.
Sokolis' three-pointer is no good. It goes out of bounds. They're trying to press us a little bit now. I would anticipate getting some shots under the basket. The way these guys can handle the ball, if they can get through the first wave of the press. Because normally they will push it ahead quickly. In the corner to Eli. There's Rogers, leaves it to Collins. Boy, he passed up one, down to Taylor on the baseline. To Simeon. You're right, Simeon has his feet is set and his hands ready, and he's ready to pull the trigger. Oh, we called a travel on Eli. Turned over to the Rangers. But that's a good tip for young players, you know. Get your hands and feet ready. If you're a three-point shooter, get ready to shoot it when you're open. That's quite a weapon. He knows why he's out there, you know. And there's shot no good, but he's fouled. And at the line will be Lane Tinsley. Tinsley, first trip to the line. First free throw is good. 1 minute, 12 seconds to play here in the third. Tinsley made them both. 35-24. Pressure in the backcourt by the Rangers. Collins thought about it. Now he'll pull it out front to Rogers. Minute to play. To Eli at the free throw line. Dribbles around a defender, and it's poked out of bounds. Checking in will be Dalton Taylor, replacing Hayden Tinsley for the Rangers. Eli Willits, left wing. 15-footer left of the lane is no good.
Oh, Craig mistimed his jump a little bit. He was in position to get the rebound.
All the way to the rim, shot's no good by Aiden McCullough. And they say Cray Rogers fouled him.
He wasn't shooting that, yeah.
That's what Coach Hines is lobbying for, but they're going to give him 2 shots. He says it's the same play we had a while ago.
I think he's right.
He missed the first. I wonder if referees ever, whenever they're thinking a guy standing over there has won 7 state titles, has something to say if you think maybe he's right. Reckon?
No. Referees never think anybody's right if they disagree with them.
10-point lead for the Mustangs. 24 seconds to play. It appears they're going to play for the last one. Rogers dribbling around out front. Sokolis all over him. Gets it to Eli with 12. To Willits, left wing 3. Jackson, good. 5 seconds.
Stop him here.
Here comes McCullough. Three-pointer over Rogers, no good. After 3 quarters of play, Fort Cobb Broxton 38, Big Pasture 25. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon. Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit box.
Mustangs outscored them 17-8. Kim, what's the third quarter numbers look like?
Well, Fort Cobb shooting 39%, 15 out of 39. Big Pasture's 9 out of 28 for 32%. But one oddity, I think, is Fort Cobb's attempted 12 two-pointers and 27 three-pointers.
Some of those you say are Fort Cobb layups, right? I guess.
And 2 free throws.
That's amazing.
Still have not made a free throw.
Well, that's normally, I would say if I was a coach trying to defend Fort Cobb, I'd play his own defense and hope they miss three-pointers. That's kind of what I'd do. Because you get in a man-to-man situation with them, they can just wear you out. So, anyway, they're starting to make them, though.
Yeah, picking up the pace a little bit. So. But I don't know how many you want to shoot now with a 13-point lead in the fourth quarter.
That's true. Big Pasture will start with a basketball. Ball poked free, picked up. They get the loose one. Now it's loose again.
Ball needs some handles on it.
They seem a little bit discombobulated. And we're going to have a foul on Nunn. I'm not sure what Nunn did. He's a little upset at something, but that's his fourth personal. You don't see Blake Berry get upset at all usually, but he's a little out of kilter at the moment.
They've kind of found him tonight. The fouls have.
He comes to the sideline. Wonder what did I do?
Yeah.
Fourth foul. He's probably going to set out for a good bit of this fourth period.
It's a baseball song, but put me in, Coach. I'm ready to play.
Well, I'm telling you. Dribbling out front's McCullough. Shot over Rogers, no good. And Collins comes away with it. Now the Mustangs have an opportunity to build on a 13-point lead. Eli all alone. Three-pointer is no good. Ian Taylor was in battling for the rebound and somehow got pushed aside. And here come the Rangers. Oh, man, all the way over. Runs over Eli, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Eli wasn't set very well. But
I have a feeling that might be the plan of attack the rest of the way for the Rangers. And Coach Hines wants to take a 20-second timeout, or 30-second. I think he wants to talk to the official, I think. That will be the first foul on Eli and a 6-team foul on Fort Cobb. So any more fouls, the team will be in a bonus. Coach Hines is holding court here at the center line.
Yeah, it's not just one call he's upset with. It's a few.
Yeah, he's got them all cataloged. Pretty sure of that. And, he's a pretty persuasive arguer. We've all talked to him. So, anyway, probably not going to amount to a hill of beans here, but he's voicing his opinion.
Yeah, and I think, what do officials have? They have a checklist of 5 responses to that. Coach, I'll look for it. Or
I'll watch it.
I might have missed that one. Or they just give numbers now, exactly, I think. Right.
And then they'll go out there and huddle up, and they'll say, what's he talking about?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. At the line will be number 3, Grayson Sokolis, who has 3 points on the night. Hit a long three-pointer a while ago. And he will be shooting 2. Made that one.
Yeah, both teams, I think you said, were in the bonus, so we'll be seeing a lot of free throws probably.
That was short. Jackson swoops in there for the rebound. We've played a minute here in the fourth period. Mustangs up by 12. Rogers gets by his defender all the way to the rim. Scoop shot's no good, but he's fouled. And he'll be at the line to shoot 2. That's a pretty good, he's a good point guard. Cray is handling the ball so well.
That's Goss's third foul. They got him for 2, but
Cray's 0 for 2 at the line so far. 0 for 3. He's just a hair off on those free throws. They got good rotation, and it just catches the rim and bounds away. Takes a deep breath. And that swishes cleanly through. That's 7 on the night for Cray. And it's back to a 13-point lead. Sokolis drives around, right side of the lane, shot over Jackson's good.
Jackson's hurt for a little bit. Got hit in the nose or the eyes or something, but
I'm not sure. Yeah,
can't see, I think.
Yeah, he's going to take a little break here. Tell you, he's the toughest guy out there, I promise you. He's going to stay in. Got one in the bridge of the nose, I think. Fans are screaming, take him out. Man, they're brutal. Wow. Can't do that. Man, they're up ahead to Rogers. In the corner to Collins. They close out on him. Eli, middle of the lane. Charge. And there's an offensive foul on. He kind of got the ball caught on his hip. And when he went up for the shot, he knocked the man over. And that'll be his second personal, and Blake Nunn checks in.
that might have been a freshman foul.
Yeah. He'll learn from that. 39-28, Mustangs lead down to 11. 6:08 to play in the contest. Big Pasture hanging around here. Out front they go to Sokolis, who likes to drive. Got Taylor's on him. Now McCullough to Tinsley left side. There's Cray reached in and fouled him.
Oh, the play was over with when he called that.
Just can't really afford to do that. That's 3 on Cray. And that's the 8th team foul. Rivers checks in, replacing Noah White. And Lane Tinsley, who was 2 for 2 at the line, will be shooting 1 in the bonus. Too hard. No good. Now Rogers crossing the timeline over to Collins. Blake back in there with those 4 fouls. Getting down to crunch time here. 5.5 to play. Got to take good care of the basketball. Don't turn it over. McCullough's all over Rogers with the hand check. Tell you, it helps to have good guards. Be able to burn the clock. And McCullough fouls him. Doing some talking, and he got a technical foul. Had something to say to Cray Rogers. And the official was close enough to hear it. And Rogers now,
We're going to get
fouled.
a 1-and-1 and a 2-shot for the technical.
They could have this could be a potential 4-point free throw situation and then get the ball back.
Yeah, this is the 1-and-1.
And Rogers' free throw is good. We'll see if he'll shoot the technicals. I guess if he makes these 2, you'd probably need to leave him there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
I would too. And that free throw is good. That's 3 in a row for Cray. And Scott says, yeah, go ahead. Shoot these other 2. And that one's good. So that's 3 points so far on this possession. And Rogers will have one more free throw. Missed that one. Now they'll get the ball. 42-28 now. And Collins will inbound for the Mustangs. I'm guessing the Mustangs are probably just pretty content to dribble around out here and pick up some fouls. Just don't set a moving screen or anything. If you get an open look, shoot a layup. Right now they're just Rogers dribbling, lost it. And it's going to be a timeout taken by Big Pasture as they did a good job defensively and poked the ball away from Craig, and they're going to get the ball on the turnover. So
full timeout.
This will give us an opportunity to thank our sponsors once again, the Ouachita Valley Bank in Fort Cobb, proud supporters of the Mustangs. T-Bird's Convenience Store, Mr. Travis Birchie. Go by and say hi to those guys. They do a great job with all the convenience store needs. Southwest Oklahoma Driving School. You can get in contact with those folks there at Fort Cobb Broxton School. And Carnegie Fiber for all your high-speed internet needs in Carnegie, Oklahoma.
We do appreciate those sponsors making
Absolutely.
this possible and hope that people enjoy listening to it. Sometimes these games get a little ways from home, and it's nice to be able to stay home in the old recliner and watch a ball game
Yep.
in your own place. But we've got a lot of them that didn't do that. They're here watching, so it's a good crowd tonight.
And they're involved in it. It's pretty noisy up here, I'll tell you. Good crowd support tonight for both these ball clubs, Big Pasture and Fort Cobb. It's been a long fourth quarter, it seems to me, Kim. We've
considering it's not even halfway gone yet. It has been.
We've outscored them 4-3 so far in 3 minutes of action. And we're set to go. It'll be Big Pasture's basketball off the turnover. Got to be careful of number 3. Sokolis is pretty dangerous at driving and picking up a foul. And see what they try to do here. The Mustangs have 18 fouls, so any more fouls and shooting free throws. Taylor got his hands up and knocked that one away. Tried to sneak one in there behind him, and he had his arms up at the right. That's why they tell you to keep your hands up, right?
Yeah, they worked that time.
Now the Mustangs going to spread the floor. Big Pasture in a man-to-man defense. Near travel.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
It was awkward looking. And
he was. He took that long step, but the other foot didn't move.
Eli's going to come in replacing Taylor. So I commented on it's good to have good guards where you can burn the clock. We've had 2 turnovers in a row, Kim.
Yeah. It's hard to do. It really is. It just too many things can happen. And good defense always throws a wrench in it.
There's a drive by Sokolis down the lane, but it's picked by Rogers. Long pass up ahead to Willits. Layup good. Beautiful pass from Trey Rogers to Jackson Willits. And he laid it in for 2. That's what they're really good at right there, those transition baskets. He got by with it. Shot no good. Rebound, Eli Willits. 44-28 now. Biggest lead of the contest. Eli wiggles through the lane, lays it in for 2. That's 6 for Eli. Boy, he's good in the open floor, wiggling through traffic.
Yeah, that was a senior move by the freshman. So.
And the ball knocked away. Long pass up ahead to Jackson again. Lets him go by. Layup good, and he's fouled. Going to have another technical for taunting. Number 4 threw the ball right back at Jackson. And the official not going to have that. As he fouled him, Jackson got the basket. And then he kind of pushed the ball back to him in disgust. And another technical foul. And Jackson Willits, who will have a free throw for the 3-point play attempt, and then he'll have technical free throws after this.
Frustration response.
And Jackson's free throw's no good. And he's going to let him shoot the technicals now. Jackson has 11 points on the night. 20-point lead for the Mustangs. And he makes that with 3:17 in the play in the contest. Got to keep your composure. That's like you say, Kim, that frustration is sometimes makes it hard.
They're able to stretch it out the last couple of minutes. It gives them a 50-28 lead. Where, you talked a minute ago, what it was 4 3/4. Well, now it's a 12 3/4. So
the Rangers have scored only 3 points here in the 5 minutes of action. Brody Devon checked in, replacing Collins. And now the Mustangs. Willits dribbles through the lane, left-handed layup's no good. Rangers with a rebound. McCullough quickly the other way. And there's an offensive foul on Aiden McCullough. Got him with the forearm, I think, trying to get along the baseline. With 3 minutes exactly to play. Eli loses his footing, lost the ball. McCullough's three-pointer, good. He's a pretty good shooter. That's 3 trays for him. Got 11 points. Rogers quickly into the front court, had it poked away by Sokolis. Another turnover. Leaves it to McCullough, shot off the glass and in. 5 straight points now for Big Pasture, and it's 50-33. Pass to Willits along the baseline, over to Devon. He's going to be hammered by number 2, Hayden Tinsley. Good feed from Jackson to get it to Devon. And Brody will be shooting 2 with 2:28 to play in the contest. Brody, another senior for the Mustangs. They got a lot of seniors on this ball club. They start 4 seniors and a junior. And the 3 of the substitutions they have that play a lot. Brody Devon is a senior, and Aiden Lewis, also a senior. So out of the 8 players that they normally play, 5 of them are seniors. I should say 6 are seniors. Then you got Eli as a freshman, and Cray Rogers is a junior. Sokolis, right wing 3, no good. Rogers high for the rebound. Devon quickly into the front court. He's fouled by Noah White. And Brody will be at the line shooting 2 shots.
White's 4th foul.
With a 19-point lead, Kim, it looks like the Mustangs are going to
Well, I like their chances.
make to the area final again. I don't know how many regional finals they've won. I didn't count them up, but I don't have enough fingers and toes to do it in the last 20 years, I don't think.
Duke beat Sentinel 50-36, so
they'll be playing the Duke Tigers next Friday night then. 3-pointer by McCullough is no good. And Brody Devon with a rebound. Long pass up ahead to Rogers, is intercepted by McCullough. Rogers takes it away from him and lays it in for 2. And it's 55-33. And there's going to be a foul on Cray Rogers as he fouled him going by.
it's his 4th.
And at the line will be Grayson Sokolis, who is 1 out of 2 on the free throw stripe. That one rattled out. Jackson with a rebound. Brody has it poked away. Here comes Aiden McCullough. Layup is no good. Rogers taps it over to Eli, and he's going to be fouled by Noah White.
That'll be his 5th, I believe.
And he's going to be replaced by number 35, Caden Skinner. And Eli Willits will be shooting 2. That's no good. Eli's got 6, and Aiden Lewis is going to check in, replacing Blake Nunn, and he gets a nice hand from the Fort Cobb crowd. Blake always plays well. Had 7 points tonight, a lot of rebounds. Always defends their post really well. Eli makes 1 out of 2. And it's a 56-33 lead for Fort Cobb. Sokolis drives in the paint. Hands it outside to Tinsley. His three-pointer's no good. And Eli with a rebound. Leaves it for Aiden Lewis. Lumps it off the glass, no good. And here comes McCullough. Long three-pointer. Short, off the front iron and out of bounds. With a minute to play.
You know, I know those are nice when you make them, but why shoot a 28-footer?
When you could shoot a 23-footer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't much defense being played on that one, but they're pretty when they go in. Surely they'll not foul anymore, you think?
I wouldn't. No.
I suspect somebody will. I don't know. 40 seconds to play. They're not.
I'm going to put both hands on him. He wasn't a foul. So.
Yeah, maybe that'll do it. Yeah, I'm going to wave the white flag here. 28 seconds to play. And the Mustangs will not score here. I promise you, they will not take a shot.
You don't think anybody go in and dunk it at the last second?
I don't think so.
I saw that somewhere a few weeks ago. And well, you talk about bringing the wrath of the world down upon you. Do that on the visitor's court, and you're lucky to leave.
Yeah. Clock ticks down to 0, and the Mustangs have won 56-33. Regional champions, Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs. Congratulations to Scott Hines and the Mustangs as they have advanced to play in next week's area final game against the Duke Tigers. Friday night in Cache, Oklahoma, 7:30 p.m. As the team shake hands, we'll have the trophy presentation here momentarily. Big Pasture put up a good fight tonight. They got a good ball club and hope they have good luck rest of the season. They'll be playing in the area consolation next Thursday.
Yeah, they'll play Granite. Sentinel will play Springer. So.
And here is the trophy presentation to the Mustangs. Ian Taylor comes out to accept the award. Regional champions. Now we'll turn it over to Kim Kroll for our post-game wrap-up. Kim?
All right, thanks, Don. For Big Pasture scoring, let's look at Hayden Tinsley had 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting, 3 of 3 2-pointers, 0 for 1 3-pointers. Grayson Skoslus had 6 points on 2 of 11 shooting, 1 of 3 2-pointers, 1 of 8 3-pointers, 1 of 3 free throws. Dane Rivers with 3. He was 1 out of 3 from the field, 1 out of 2 2-pointers, 0 for 1 3-pointers, 1 out of 2 free throws. Aiden McCullough with 14. He was 5 of 11 shooting, 2 out of 4 2-pointers, 3 of 7 3-pointers, 1 for 2 free throws. Noah White was 0 for 1 on a 3-pointer. Lane Tinsley had 4 points on 1 of 8 shooting, 1 of 5 2-pointers, 0 for 3 3-pointers, 2 out of 3 free throws. Big Pasture shot 32% for the game, 12 out of 38. 2-pointers, they were 8 out of 17, 47%. 3-pointers, 4 of 21 for 19%. Free throws, 5 out of 12, 42%. And had 20 personal fouls and 2 technical fouls. For Fort Cobb Broxton, Jackson Willits with 15. He was 6 out of 11 from the floor, 5 out of 7 2-pointers, 1 for 4 3-pointers, and 2 out of 3 free throws. Cray Rogers had 12 on 3 of 9 shooting, 1 out of 2 on twos, 2 of 7 on threes, and 4 out of 6 free throws. 4 out of 8 free throws, sorry. Simeon Collins had 9 points on 3 of 10 shooting, all 3-point attempts. Eli Willis was 7. He was 3 of 10 shooting, 3 of 5 on 2-pointers, 0 for 5 3-pointers, 1 for 2 free throws. Aiden Lewis was 0 for 1 on a 2-point attempt. Blake Nunn had 7 points, 3 out of 3 shooting, 2 out of 2 on twos, 1 out of 1 on threes. Brody Devon had 3 points on 3 out of 4 free throws. And Ian Taylor had 3 points, 1 out of 2 shooting, 0 for 1 on a 2, 1 for 1 on a 3. Fort Cobb shot 41% for the game, 19 out of 46. 2-pointers, they were 11 out of 18, 61%. 3-pointers, 8 out of 28 for 29%. 10 out of 17 free throws for 59%. So Don, the shooting finally came around a little bit in the second half. The defense was constant all the way through, but they got to. It's a whole lot better when you make some shots.
Absolutely.
And they finally got to doing that. So they win 56-33 to win the regional, advance to the area. Play Friday night against Duke at Cash at 7:30 p.m. The girls play at 1:30 Thursday afternoon. So we'll look forward to all those games next week, Don. It's been fun.
Absolutely. Great job. Thanks for being here. I tell you, it has been a fun week. Been a good week for the Mustangs here over in Alec. We'd like to thank Alec Public Schools for all their hospitality. Right. It's a beautiful facility. I'd like to come back here and play again. It's
yeah, it is.
It's probably as nice a venue as we've ever played in, and especially for the videoing and all that. We have a great setup, and so we really appreciate that. And they've been really nice to us here.
Yeah.
So the Mustangs advance, and hope you've enjoyed our broadcast today, folks, and this week, and hope you'll join us again next week if you can't come to Cash. And I'd like to thank once again John Bellamy for the camera work and Jared Pettyjohn for engineering our broadcast, and thanks to Kim Kroll for his great analysis and statistical work, and appreciate him for his long drive down here, especially from his home. And anyway, for all those folks, hope you've enjoyed it. I'm Don Tyson saying good night, everybody.